Our program will begin in 5 minutes. May we request our friends on the patio to please make your way to your seats so we may begin our program promptly. May we request our friends and guests to please occupy the first 3 rows of the amphitheater. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to honor the Philippine National Anthem.
Pasok muna ang concert chorus, entrance. Concert chorus.
Magiliw, sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit bumukaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng mataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituing at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay nang dahil sa'yo.
You may now take your seats. Welcome to Tanghal Tertulia, a special evening of poetry and music to honor our three national artists, Ramon Santos, Gemino Abad, and Virgilio Almario. Let us welcome to our stage the hosts of the evening, our three muses of poetry, music, and the arts, Fina de la Cuesta Tantuico, Gabi Roldan Concepcion, and Pat Brillantes Silvestre.
You're so far away.
Where am I? Okay. Now I hear my voice.
Okay.
Welcome everyone to this very magical evening. Thank you to the UP Concert Chorus and the Padayon Rondalia for a very lively rendition of Gaudiamus Igitur, a song that celebrates youth and life in the university. My name is Fina de la Cuesta Tantuico from the College of Law, and joining me as your host this evening are my friends Gabi Roldan Concepcion and the newly installed Dean of the UP College of Music, Maria Patricia Pat Silvestre.
Ang lakas ng hangin. Diba? Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Gabi Concepcion, the attorney, not the artista. Baka hanapin niyo yung artista. And welcome to the UP Executive House Amphitheater. It's about time that we made use of this amphitheater. And buti lang, nandyan nga si President Gigil Concepcion. President!
Uy, bago yun, Gabi. Oh. talagang memories itong executive house.
Oo, I need a little more time to, to get rid of old habits. President Gigil Jimenez. Di ba? Oo, old habits are so hard to break, I swear. But welcome to the Executive House Amphitheater. And of
This
course,
is home to you. Right.
yes, of course. So it's such a glorious, nag-move on na ako. Nag-move on na kami. So it's such a glorious night, of course. Welcome to everyone. It's so great to be here. It's so great to be able to have this nice, cool evening under the stars. There's one already. We hope there will be more. No
There's
rain
going to
clouds.
be a moon. I think it's going to be a moonlit night.
Yes, and of course, it's also very nice to know that in UP, of course, we have a very vibrant arts and culture community, so much so that we've actually produced 44 national artists. So umpisa pa lang ang
44
gabing ito,
national
di ba?
artists from the University of the Philippines.
And of course, kung nandito po si Fina, nandito ako, and of course, nandito si Dean Pat. Medyo hesitant si Dean Pat kasi daw pag binasa niyo yung program, sabi namin, wala naman nagbabasa ng program. Pero bakit daw dadalawa lang yung nasa program? Well, kami naman ni Fina ang nag-insist na since tatlo ang national artist, dapat tatlo din ang mga muse. Diba?
Correct,
Para sa gabi.
correct.
At hindi basketball, hindi pa UAAP basketball.
Tres Marias, three Furies, three Muses.
Correct.
Kaya ako nandito ngayong gabi. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Kaya kami ngayon ang Tres Marias de la Tertulia para sa inyo. Tonight, we celebrate three of our homegrown national artists, Gemino Abad, Virgilio Almario, and Ramon Santos from my home college in music on the occasion of their birthdays. Birthday po ni Dr. Ramon
Yes.
Santos kahapon, kasabay ng EDSA Day. This is also an event organized by the Office of the President as its contribution to the country's celebration of the National Arts Month this February. Kakaiba itong tanghalang ngayong gabi kasi isa itong tertulia.
Sino ba nag-isip na?
Tortilla baka mo.
Parang nagutom bigla ang audience.
Gutom na ba kayo?
Tortilla baka mo?
Hindi tortilla. Tertulia. And you have to roll your R's. Tertulia po. Ano ba ang tertulia? According to Palacio de Memoria, a tertulia is a gathering for literary, artistic, and cultural exchange. Alam niyo bang iginanap ang mga sinaunang tertulia?
Ano ba talaga?
Nakahawa kayo.
Ano ba talaga?
Tertulia. Yung mga
Tertulia.
sinaunang tertulia ay iginanap sa mga bahay na bato noong panahon ng Kastila. Usually, pagkatapos ng paseo sa kalsada, tabi ng luneta, pagkatapos makinig ng banda del regimiento, tapos kakain ngayon ng churros, ng biskotso, iinom ng vino, tsokolate. Eventually po, yung tertulia ay naging venue for nationalistic discourse dahil dumalo rin ang mga miyembro ng propaganda movement at ang mga independent thinkers tulad ng ating bayani, si Dr. Jose Rizal.
So revolutionary idea talaga tong tertulia na ito, and we hope it will not be the last, di ba? It is the first, but definitely will not be the last, and it will always be a homecoming of sorts for our artists and all our thinkers and our creative people.
VIPs.
Okay. So, ating bigyang pugay ang mga VIPs natin na kasama ngayong gabi. Let us acknowledge the following who have made the time to be with us tonight. Of course, we start with our national artists. Again, Gemino Abad, Virgilio Almario, and Ramon P. Santos. Our distinguished guests, Bonifacio Ilagan, our dear friends, Pete and Mara Lacaba, Butch Dalisay, Justice Francis Hardaleza, and Attorney Chit Hardaleza, Mr. Chris Miliado, and the grandchildren of Nicanor Abelardo are here with us tonight, Bambi and Pinky Ledesma. We'd also like to acknowledge the members of the President's Strategic Group, Grace Javier Alfonso, Jose,
Also represents
who represents
TVUP.
TVUP, of course, Jose Tabada, Jaime Veneracion, and Temario Rivera. Ikaw
And
naman.
of course, syempre hindi naman natin pwedeng kalimutan ang ating presidente, President Gigil Jimenez. Okay na ba? Okay na. And of course, meron tayong regent who is in our midst today, Regent Raul Pagdanganan, somewhere. I'm sorry, but we cannot see you from where we are because the lights, they're too bright. Like the stars, they're too bright.
Nabanggit na ba
Regent-
natin si Chancellor Carlo?
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Hindi pa.
Sorry.
Sandali lang.
Nagmamadali
Sandali lang.
ako.
Oo. Si Regent Pagdanganan and former Regent Bibeth Ortesa, somewhere. And of course, our chancellors, Chancellor Leo Malgar of UP Cebu. At syempre, hindi natin pwede kalimutan at baka paalisin tayo dito. Si Diliman Chancellor Edgardo Vistan II. Siyempre, nandito din ang ating Vice President for Public Affairs, Rolando Tolentino. Si Advisor, Professor Peter C., and of course, the Chief of Staff of President Gigil, Ricky De La Torre. So, of course, we also want to thank in advance, baka makalimutan natin i-thank mamaya, everyone who made this evening possible, of course, dun sa mga staff and all the people who make up the Office of the President, the Office of the Vice President for Public Affairs, TVUP, the College of Music, the College of Arts and Letters, and Likhaan, the UP Institute of Creative Writing, and of course, to everyone. There are too many, di ba? It takes a village to mount something as monumental as tonight. Everyone who helped make this evening possible.
Monumental but intimate. May this tertulia be a clearing where all can meet and celebrate arts and culture in and across UP, and even as what Art by UP artists and units have done, impacted the life of our university and the nation. Welcome to all our artists, administrators, officials, constituent units, faculty, students, staff reps, enthusiasts, and the general public alike, and to our online viewers as well.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Of course, talagang iniintay natin tong gabing ito. But of course, we keep saying that this evening is supposed to be monumental, pero para lang sa kaalaman ng lahat, paano ba nag-umpisa ang tertulyang ito? Tertulia.
Dito mismo sa entabladong ito, nagsimula ang usbong, ang ideya ng tertulia. Bakit kanyo? Dito mismo sa entabladong ito, tumula ang ating Presidente Gigil ng Shakespeare.
Okay.
Ito po ay last December, and we were here with him and his wife, Edlin. And that is when we thought that, why not? Why don't we have a poetry reading session right in this very stage? And he said, can you make that happen? I said, I will try. I will call my classmate, Butch Dalisay. And that is just what I did. And so, may I just mention this, on behalf of President Gigil, we have 5 persons to thank, 5 officials of the UP. It was Professor Emeritus Butch Dalisay, VP Roland Tolentino, Dean Jimwell Naval, Assistant Professor Joey Bakiran, and Dean Pat Silvestre. And myself, we met one morning, and we thought that it would be a good idea to celebrate Artists Month this February and the birthdays of our national artists. And that is how the Tertulia concept began.
Alright, tamang-tama yan. At nais naming ipahiwatig ang mensahe na bagamat ang tertulia ay isang ideya o konsepto o kaganapan na noon nangyari nung panahon ng Kastila. Ito ay buhay na buhay sa panahon ngayon. And this is just the first among many, many more tertulias to come. We have many more national artists here in UP to celebrate, and so many more artists from other colleges and CUs to know and experience. And so just like the lyrics in Gaudiamus Igitur, let us rejoice.
And let us rejoice with wine and song, beer and song, beer and wine, and more beer and wine.
Okay, and to set the tone for the evening, please welcome a champion of arts and culture, the 22nd President of the University of the Philippines System, President Angelo Gigil A. Jimenez.
Unang-una, gusto kong pasalamatan ang aking klase na si Attorney Gabby Concepcion for calling me President Gigil Concepcion. Ang sabi po ni Dean Joey Malmaceda na katabi ko, pumogi daw ako. At dahil si Professor Joey Malmaceda ay isang national academician, I'll take it. UP National Artists and Professors, Emeriti Dr. Gemino Abad, Dr. Virgilio Almario, and Dr. Ramon Santos, fellow university administrators and officials, faculty members, and mga scholars ng bayan, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, maayong gabi sa atong tanan. Before I begin, and with your kind indulgence, please allow me to introduce my lumad name, as is increasingly my wont, by way of honoring my people in Mindanao. They have become a source of strength and inspiration for me as the 22nd President of the University of the Philippines. My name is Dato Magkalagan of the Manobo of Agusan Valley. Having said that, let me just say that I am very honored to welcome you here at the Executive House for this happy occasion, this happy celebration of the Filipino creative spirit, this National Arts Month. We titled this event Tanghal Tertulia because this is, after all, an evening of performances or pagtatanghal in honor of our dear national artists who have made UP their home for many, many years, and who have remained steadfast in being beacons of light, inspirers of artistry, and guardians of our heritage. For the nation, they are national artists whose respective bodies of work exemplify sublime creative expressions formative of Philippine arts and culture. However, for UP, they are our mentors and guides, keepers of the university soul and life of the mind. Therefore, in another shift in signification, tonight's event is indeed a pagtatanghal, an occasion where we celebrate our appreciation of and pride in the indefatigable artistic service of our esteemed honorees tonight to our university. We gather in a tertulia of words and music to revel in their towering presence. Many thanks for you, for all that you do, Dr. Abad, Dr. Almario, and Dr. Santos. As UP rededicates itself to the formation of good citizens and leaders, engage in knowledge co-creation towards a just, equitable, and sustainable society, which is the theme of our strategic plan. It also takes upon itself to concretely realize the motto, honor and excellence in the service of the nation. I have always encouraged now to add the word service in honor and excellence to complete our identity, our self-identity, in fact. This occasion is a reminder that everything we wish to achieve begins in the mind. And I would like to quote Dr. Abad, sir, who once said that the real is the poem. Hence, for the poet, our figure for the writer as artist, to write is to get real. Our strategies and programs call all of us to be artists, to be poets, if I may say, for things to get real. That is, to be fully realized. This is possible with the cultivation of an imaginative culture, one that is sustained by expanded spaces and opportunities that enable insight and innovation to flourish. We are all co-creators in putting together the rhyme and reason of this imaginative culture. This culture will help us carry out a necessary poesis that transforms the nation and the world, our world, for the better. I acknowledge that this undertaking needs to be animated and deepened by an aspiration greater than ourselves. I will quote this time Dr. Almario, who lends spirit to the letter and exhorts us to look after our kulturang Pilipino with a renewed sense of dignity and a strong desire to reclaim and even recuperate national memory, otherwise lost to history. He says, Dr. Almario, kailangan nating magtayo ng pambansang dangal at kailangan nating magtayo ng bagong bayan. Magaganap ito, sa palagay ko, sa pamamagitan ng isang edukasyon na umiikot sa paglinang ng pagmamahal, paggalang, at pagmamalaki sa kulturang Filipino. As we celebrate the contributions of our national artists to the cultural ferment of UP, let me say that this imaginative culture we wish to foster in the university must be driven by a relentless pursuit of empowering and emancipative virtues, of virtud, that may manifest in the long run this long-imagined bagong bayan. To make this possible, we have pledged in the UP Strategic Plan for 2023 to 2029 to strengthen our research and creative units to accelerate productivity for public service. We are optimistic that many things can be accomplished. Not even the so-called crisis in the humanities, quote unquote, or the supposed diminution of our culture and identity in the globalized world could stop us. We will face these challenges head-on with courage and self-assurance. In their creative ventures, our national artists who have never wavered in blazing the trail. They have never wavered in blazing the trail. They did this by asking the biggest, most difficult questions. Take, for instance, Dr. Santos this time, who strummed into our musical consciousness to explore our tunog, our tunugan, or sound and sense-making. He listened to it intently, even if, at first, it was as ambiguous as the Filipinos' paradoxical personality, quote unquote, that close. He continues, just like the possible answers to the question, what is Philippine music? Or is there such thing as Philippine music or Filipino music? Filipino musicality can only be defined within the context of the Filipinos' cultural particularities and historical experiences. End of quote. What he has produced, Dr. Santos, is an astounding oeuvre that reflects and analyzes contemporary Filipino music making, a scholarship that contributes greatly to the study of Philippine culture and is also informed by an equally astounding musical practice. Time and again, our national artists teach us to be unflinching in taking challenges, artistic or otherwise. They motivate us to engage in inquiries that steer our boldness and inspire our daring. With their inspiration to be bold and to dare, we wish to sustain this imaginative culture we have been yearning so ardently to put in place. Much gratitude to the UP Office of the Vice President for Public Affairs, Vice President Roland Tolentino, the UP College of Arts and Letters, headed by my dormmate at Nara Residence Hall, Dean Jimuel Nabal, the UP College of Music and Dean Maria Patricia Silvestre, Pat. Thank you, Pat. TVUP and the UP Likhaan Institute of Creative Writing for putting this program together. Thank you very much. I have been dreaming about this since day one. Once again, thank you very much. Mabuhay ang mga pambansang alagad ng sining ng UP. Naway patuloy po kayong maging huwarang scholar ng bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, President Gigil, Thank you very much for those insightful thoughts on the artist. Tunay kang ang alagad ng sining. And so on to our program. Let us begin with a tribute to National Artist for Literature, Gemino Abad. He is a university professor emeritus of literature and creative writing, a poet, fictionist, literary critic, and historian with various honors and awards. He is known for Filipino poetry in English, as well as Filipino short stories in English. He has served as secretary of the university, vice president for academic affairs, and director of the UP Creative Writing Institute. He was conferred the Order of National Artist in 2022. To honor National Artist Abad, we will have a performance of the piano poem Eroica by R. Sulweta da Costa and Malikmata by Antonio Molina, to be read by Olive Nieto with Raul Navarro on piano. Next, I will be reciting a poem of my former professor in Greek literature. The future is first shaped by words, which will then be followed by a rendition of Care of Light with Professor Emeritus, a poet and artist himself, Jose Butch Dalisay Jr. as reader. Both will be accompanied by Mika Lastrilla on piano.
Now is the godly hour when loving hands distill the earth anew. We shall awake and tear the sunrise from the womb of dawn. Until the running of our mystic blood becomes one with the running of the tide. One with the white cathedrals of the sky, one with the wonder of the bursting seed, one with the splendor of the rising sap, one with all the glorious flow on glorious earth. Until the running of our blood becomes one with the whirlings of forgotten suns, one with the heavings of forsaken seas, one music with the all that is dear earth, until there is no more for armored life, but lovingly to lay down before the earth imperative. Transfigured earth. until we find night breathing prayer upon our twisted lips. We are commemoration of a dead but resurrected life.
The future is first shaped by words. The future is first shaped by words whose meanings shift as ourselves change, word for word, out of the ashes. So put the word down on paper. From there, your cities build. Blank is context, white and fruitful void. Words establish our reality before shifting sands. As the last ice age melts, our shores become definite. Our words demarcate abysses. So put the word down with care, for it shall carry us, give us our exact weight, and define all possibilities. Our future lies in how we use our words. Hope, too, is a blank page, the womb where words sleep to shape all eventfulness.
Good evening, friends. Before I read the poem itself, let me just say a few things about the poem that my professor, Jimmy Abad, wrote for a professor of his and also of mine, who I think was the third greatest love of his life after God, his wife and family, the late and beloved Professor Concepcion Chinga de Falza, who lived on 9 Juan Luna, UP campus, which just happens to be where I live now. So I chose this poem titled Care of Light to honor her who lived in that home and who, as this poem describes, was the object of her students' fealty and dedication. Care of Light. As soon as it gets dark, I turn on the lights in my old professor's cottage. And the following morning, before office, turn them off again. With one key, I open the door, the iron gate, and with two, the main door. I turn the lamp on in her library. The vigil light for the Sacred Heart on the shelf jutting out a wall. Then I switch on the single electric bulb outside the kitchen. And last, the red and green halogen-like Christmas lights below the front eaves. I follow strictly her instructions. She loves order in her life and requires a similar order in other people's behavior. A discipline of mind, sometimes terrorized by the haps and hazards of thieving time. She needs to be always in control. But she's old now and frail, can hardly walk, deaf and half blind, and often ill. So that, having no choice, no housemaid able to endure her sense for order, she had to leave and stay at her sister's place, finally depending. In the half-darkness and mustiness now of her deserted cottage, all its windows closed, her books and papers, once alive with breath of her impetuous quests, are filmed with dust. On her long working table, awaiting, it seems, her return. I think of how a time ago she'd walk briskly to her early morning class, dressed in style to shame old maids, then call our names as though each had irreplaceable posts in her invincible order of things. And then, her shoulders hunched, teach with a passion that, before the imperious gaze of her questioning, drove us bleating on the open plain of the world's sharp winds. So, at the day's end, I'm her lamp lighter on her silent asteroid. Among books, papers, rubble of chalk. I close the gate behind me as I stride out, making sure I hear the lock's tiny click. I follow strictly her instructions. Down her street, the street lamps cast my shadow behind. Crickets in the bushes whir according to their nature, in the same order. The sun, too, will rise tomorrow, and I shall be back.
To national artist, thank you very much for that very heartwarming tribute to national artist Gemino Abad. I was so mesmerized by that very intimate union of poetry and music that I almost forgot that it was my turn to speak. But thank you very much. And I think it takes a poet to read another poet's poetry for it to be really read with so much meaning and feeling. So from Philippine literature in English, tayo naman po ay dumako sa pagdiriwang sa wikang Pilipino sa panitikan. Ating ipagbunyi ang pambansang alagad ng sining para sa panitikan, si Ginoong Virgilio S. Almario. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kinilala rin sa gamit niyang talipanpan o pseudonym na Rio Alma, isa siyang profesor emeritus ng pamantasan ng Pilipinas at naging dekano ng Kolehiyo ng Arte at Literatura sa UP Diliman. Tinatanghal niya ang wikang Pilipino sa kanyang mga obra na hindi mabilang sa daan-daang mga tula, kasaysayan at pagsusuri. Ginawa rin siya ng honor bilang national artist noong taong 2003. Upang bigyan ng pagpupugay si Ginoong Virgilio Almario, ating tunghayan ang rendisyong Joselinang Baliwag, tinaguriang kundiman ng Rebolusyon, sa pagtatanghal ni Hana Osorio, isang soprano. Ito naman ay susundan ni Vim Nadera ng isa pang tula na pinamagatang Nagpapista ang Kondesa del Tipaklong. At ang huling tula ay Metamorphosis na babasahin naman ni Ginoong Michael Corosa. Ang lahat naman ng mga tulang babasahin ngayong gabi ay sasaliwan ni Ginoong Sulaiman Eman Hamis Solomin sa gitara. Ang mga tula ni Sir Virgilio Almario.
Nagpapista ang kontesa ng Tibaklong dahil hikay isang taong isinugtong. Imbitasyong ikinalat bayong-bayong lubusang magbalita kahit ako. Inadalhan lahat. Maporyal, Leon Pandog at Kaipugaw. Napistay, di bumusyaw, araw-gabi, nagkigising ang patingaw. Milyon-milyong mayat ng gapak na gamol, kapalyari ng gusali at marmol, pinurlasan kahit kanal, punot burol, pinawal, dalaw, ang pagkakilis. Barto-barto, repolyo at patatas, sumunod ng konti-kontor ng Ecuador, Tontoro at barkada ng Tomador. Nang dumaong ang prinsesa del Bukita, may isang barkong supot kapak na artista. Haring tigre at elepante ng Kenyata, may dalapang puting tupang puta. Tating gritong pistang tuloy-tuloy, araw-gabi ang pagkain kumukumunoy. Nang mahagap si Kinang Puma ng Kasoy, umorder pang dali-dali mula sa Kemoy. Samantala, walang tulog kahit saglit. Ang lahat ng naglilingkod, nabubwit. Sa kusina, nagluluto pati pusit. Sa tanghalan, maawit kahit pipit. Para itong paraisong walang gutom. Gayong dukhay, singkapal ng alimuong. Pagkat kapag may pagtutol na prosesyon, mas mahaba sa piitan ang bakasyon. Ngunit, dahil sa abuso at kapritsyo ng kondesang hilig pusat hasal aso, ang laman ng kabambayan ay pustiso at ang sakop di tumikim ng asenso. Kaya nga ba't ang paghupa ng Stat Neon ay inutang sa kondado'y lalong baon. Puting langgam ay sumigaw. Revolusyon! 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 Lahat tayo sumigaw! Revolusyon! 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 Revolusyon!
Ang modernismo ay isang likhang isip na may kinalaman sa panahon kung saan ang mga bago ay
Revolusyon! 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 Revolusyon!
Revolusyon! Revolusyon! Revolusyon! Ang lahat ng ito ay dahil sa inyo, Virgilio, Senadren, Almario. Revolusyon! 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 At ang Kontesa del Tipaklong ay niletsyon.
Ipagpatuloy ang revolusyon. Magandang gabi po. Tunay na mahirap sundan ang ganyang pagtatanghal ng kaibigang Bimnadera. Ang susunod pong tulang ating mapapakinggan ay higit na mapagmuning tula ng ating pinararangalan. Sapagkat pinanganak ako sa bukid, natural na kalaro ko ang simoy at paru-paro at tinubuan ng kulugo ng maihian ng palaka. Nasindak ako ng minsang puluputan ng kidlat ang haligi kong sinasandalan. 3 beses akong nakalimot na napakarupok ang duklay ng sampalok. At 5 beses nagtangkang lumipad mula sa makunat, ngunit madulas na sanga ng bayabas. Bago natutong humawak ng tirador at magsingkaw ng kalabaw sa kariton. Ngunit binigyan ako ng aklat sa paaralan. Pinaibig sa mga aklat na may halimuyak na dayuhan. At hindi ko sigurado ang bigkas sa mga pangalan ng pinagmulan at sumulat. Hinamon ako ng aking katangahan. Naglakbay ako sa mga lungsod, sumakay sa alon para maging dalubhasa sa pagbasa ng maraming hindi ko maintindihan. Ninais kong magka-bronze ang aking apelyido. para akong gamo-gamong hinihigop ng ningning hanggang may nagpagunita sa akin ng nagis ng baol at bango ng hinog na mangga. Isang sementado, ngunit putol na landas ang aking binalikan. Ang panaginip ko'y nagmistulang ospital ng mga pininsala at pinagsamantalahan. Hitik sa bendak muleta, mga nilinsad at namamaga at naghihingalong pag-asa. Nagigising ako sa hating gabi o sa madaling araw, sa mahihiwagang hudyat ng mga alarm at sirena, sa mga nakahihindik na panambitan ng kagipitan, sa duguang mga uha at mata ng alamid, sa pagaspas ng malalakas at mababangis na bagwis, sa poot ng sumusulak na bulkan, at nagtitik sa aking noo ng mga bugtong na hindi ko mabura hanggang ngayon. Hindi ako nag-iisa. Marami akong nakausap na kababayan at nagtutugma ang aming mga salaysay at panaginip. Ngunit ibig kong tumitig sa kanluran at makaharap ang isang blangkong mundo. Walang kulay ang lupa't langit. Walang kulay ang tubig at apoy. Walang kulay ang mga dahon at bulaklak. At tulad ng isang musmos, hahawak ako ng krayola. At ako ang hihirang ng nais kong kulay sa aking ibong magsasabog ng nais kong mga kulay at nais kong maging daigdig. Ano kaya ang angkop na kulay sa aking lapida? Hindi. Lilikha ako ng lunday, palaot sa limot.
Thank you very much for a very inspiring tribute to national artist Virgilio S. Almario. Tunay ngang isang revolusyon na naganap ngayon sa Executive House. We have witnessed a very intimate, very deep marriage or union between music and poetry. Napakamadamdami ng ating mga narinig na musika at tula. Now we move from the art of the written word to the art of conveying emotions and ideas through sound and music. Tonight we honor National Artist for Music Ramon P. Santos. He is a university professor emeritus in music, a composer, ethnomusicologist, cultural administrator, and educator. He has served as chair of the Composition and Theory Department and dean of the University of the Philippines College of Music, as well as executive director of the UP Center for Ethnomusicology. His works expound on the aesthetic frameworks of Philippine and Southeast Asian traditions, finding new uses of indigenous Philippine instruments, and he was named National Artist for Music in 2014. As a tribute to national artist Ramon, we begin with a performance of Tuksuhan by the UP Concert Chorus. Tuksuhan is a set of children's play songs or verses. Siguro maaalala nyo ang mga play songs nyo nung kabataan. Kung naaalala nyo ang isa, dalawa, tatlo, ang tatay mong, ang yelo, malamig, pag natunaw, tubig, na unang narinig ni Dr. Ramon Santos sa kanyang pamangkin, at yung 10 mga daliri. That will be followed by an excerpt from Modernismo, mga CP mula sa Modernismo sa Sining Musika, aklat ni Ramon P. Santos with Dr. Vern de la Peña, and to be capped by a performance of Katubo by the Padayon Rondalia. Patubo po ay expressions or vocal expressions of our indigenous traditions, wherein you will hear a figure motif which repeats and variates and modifies. Just like language, the figures become like words strung together to make sentences. Let us all welcome the UP Concert Chorus under the leadership of Jai Sabas Arakama.
Sampung mga daliri, daliri, sampung mga daliri, sampung mga daliri, sampu, 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 mga daliri, kamay at paa, dalawang mata, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda, sampu, 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 daliri, kamay at paa, dalawang mata, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda, sampu, 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 mga daliri, kamay at paa, dalawang mata, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda. Isa, dalawa, ang tatay mong kalbo, dalawa, tatlo, apat, ang tatay mong payat, naligo sa dagat, naligo sa dagat, natuklap ang bala. Sampu, 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 kamay at paa, dalawang mata, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda, ilong na maganda. Sampu, daliri, kamay at paa, dalawang mata, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda. Yelo, malamig, pag natunaw tubig, yelo, malamig, pag natunaw ng takbo, nabasag ang ulo, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, ang tatay mo payat, naligo sa dagat, natuklap ang bala, sampung mga daliri, kamay at paa, dalawa, dalawang tenga, ilong na maganda, sampung mga daliri, kamay at paa. Ilong na maganda.
Isang sipi mula sa aklat na pinamagatang modernismo sa sining musika ni Ramon Pagayon Santos. Ang modernismo ay isang likhang isip na may kinalaman sa panahon, kung saan ang mga bago ay binibigyan ng kahalagahan at ang lumipas ay nawawalan ng bisa bilang mga bagay-bagay na may kabuluhan sa buhay ng tao.
Ang modernismo ay isang likhang isip na may kinalaman sa panahon,
ay isang
kung saan ang mga bago ay binibigyan ng kahalagahan
sa panahon
at ang lumipas ay nawawalan ng bisa
ang bago
bilang mga
ay
bagay-bagay
binibigyan
na may kabuluhan
ng
sa
kahalagahan
buhay ng tao.
at ang
Ang
lumipas
bilangismo ng
ay
tao kung
nawawalan
saan
ng
ang mga
bisa
bagong na may kinalaman
bilang mga bagay-bagay
ay
na
nawawalan
may
ng
kabuluhan
kung saan ang mga bago ay binibigyan at ng kahalagahan at ang lumipas ay nawawalan
ang modernismo
mga bagay-bagay may kabuluhan sa
isang
buhay
likhang isip
bilang mga bagay-bagay na
may kinalaman sa panahon
at ang
kung
lumipas
saan ang mga bago
bilang
ay
mga bagay-bagay na may kabinibigyan ng kahalagahan at ang lumipas ay nawawalan ng
ang
bilang
lumipas
mga bagay-bagay may
ay
kabuluhan sa
nawawalan ng
buhay
bisa
ng tao at ang lumipas ay
bilang mga bagay-bagay
na may kinalaman sa panahon
na may kabuluhan
ang mga bago ay binibigyan ng kahalagahan
ng
at
tao.
ang lumipas ay nawawalan
Modernismo
bilang mga bagay-bagay ang may kabuluhan na may buhay ng tao. Modernismo na may isang
may kinalaman
na may kinalaman ng kahalagahan at ang lumipas ay nawawalan
saan ang bago
na may bagay-bagay na
ay binibigyan
sa buhay
ng kahalagahan at ang lumipas ay nawawalan ng bisa
at ang lumipas ay
bilang mga bagay-bagay
ay isang
na may kabuluhan
sa buhay ng tao.
sa buhay ng tao. Pasasalamat kay Dr. Keith Herman na tumulong sa pagbuo ng piyesang inyong narinig. Siya ay aming panauhin ngayon mula sa University of British Columbia. Salamat po.
Thank you very much for that very electrifying tribute to our dear national artist, Dr. Ramon Santos.
Indeed, parang ang gagaling ng lahat ng performers po natin ngayong gabi. With all due respect sa Joel Balmaceda, sa science, technology, engineering, and math, there is something about the humanities, di ba? Arts, poetry, and music that after performances like tonight, your soul is quite touched, and I don't think you can be the same person who leaves as the one who entered this evening. No? Maraming salamat. I just hope that our honored national artists like the performances tonight. Tayo wala tayong magwa kundi magwaw ng magwaw.
Yes,
Pero baka kasi iba ang level nila na. Ang level of expectation
Art really is a realm of possibilities. Di ba? Ang dami nating natutunan na pwede pala.
Pwede, ang galing.
Di ba? Ang galing.
Okay, pero
Tunay.
hindi pa tapos ang gabi.
Oo.
We have a very, very special treat for you all. And it is now the turn of our national artists to come over and perform for all of us here tonight.
Yes! That is the treat. The very rare treat
So, sino
that we have
mauna?
for all of you this evening. It is my honor to present to you my favorite professor in English. Again, this is the second time that I'm going to say
Bias ka
this
kasi.
because I got a 1. Greek literature. And I am referring to no other than our beloved national artist, Gemino Abad, with I Teach My Child.
I teach my child. I teach my child to survive. I begin with our words, the simple words first and last. They are hardest to learn. Words like home or friend or to forgive. These words are relations. They are difficult to bear. Their fruits are unseen. Or words that promise or dream. Words like honor or certainty or cheer. Rarest of sound, their roots run deep. These are not words to speak. These are the words of which we consist, indefinite, without other ground. My child is without syllables to utter him, captive yet to his origin in silence. By every word to rule his space, he is released. He is shaped by his speech. Every act too is first without words. There's no rehearsal to adjust your deed from direction of his words. The words are given, but there's no script. Their play is hidden. We are their stage. These are the words that offer to our care both sky and earth. If we speak them but cannot meet their sound, they strand us still in our void, blank, like the child with the uphill silence of his words climb. And so I teach my child to survive. I begin with our words, the simple words first and last. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, National Artist Gemino Abad. Ngayon po, isang karangalan na inihahandog ang pambansang alagad ng sining na si Ginoong Virgilio S. Almario o Rio Alma at ang kanyang tula na pinamagatang Ang Kailangan. Ginoong Rio.
Pasensya na kayo, hindi ko kaya mag-memorize. Bago ko tulain ang aking tula para ngayong gabi, ay nais kong magpasalamat sa aking dalawang performers na narinig ninyo. Sa pusong na si Bim Nadera. Alam ninyo yung kanyang tinula. Mahalaga sa akin yung tula na yun dahil nung i-publish ito ng Philippine Collegian, nagtatrabaho na ako noon sa Nutrition Center ni Ginang Imelda Marcos. At nang i-publish ito ng Philippine Collegian, ay biglang hindi na ako pinatatawag ni Ginang Marcos. Noon pala may nagsumbong. Ang sabi ay atake ko sa kanya ang tula. Kaya ang ginawa ko, nagpadala ako ng mensahe na tingnan ninyo yung date ng tula. Yan ay tinula ko bago pa kayo dumating sa eksena. Actually, ang inspirasyon ng tulang iyon ay nangyaring isang malaking handaan ng mga Lopez. Kung tatandaan ninyo na nagkaroon ng party sa Ortiga, sabi niyo yata yun. At nagkaroon ng fountain na may champagne na lumalabas. At palagay ko, hanggang ngayon, ay nagaganap pa rin ang mga bagay na yon. Kaya ang mga tipaklong sa ating lipunan ay kailangang litsunin. Ang tinula naman ni Mike Rosa, hindi ko matandaan ang title nun. Talaga bang metamorphosis yun? Ngunit yun ay aking biography. Yun mismo ang aking buhay. Ang tula ko ngayon naman ay galing din sa aking karanasan, ngunit higit na iniaalay ko sa aking kapatid na nagkaroon ng demensya. Kaya ito ay, kung makikita ninyo aking babasahin, ito ay para kay Josefina at sinulat ko ito ng kanyang birthday noong June 19, 2022. Narito po ang tula. Bakit kapag 70 ka na, saka mo maiintindihan ang sinayang mong 69 anyos para makilala ang tunay mong kailangan sa buhay? hindi mo pala kailangan ang iyong sangkaterbang na ipong nakakahon, nakakabinet, nakaaparador, at nakasusi sa bahay. Hindi mo rin kailangan ang sukat at taas ng iyong bahay. Nang maospital ka, sapat ang isang munting silid, isang single bed, isang mesita, at malamlam na lampara para pagsidlan ng iyong anino't hininga. Ilang pirasong damit ang baon mo pagpasok at ilan ang naisuot hanggang ipaintulot ng doktor na ikaw ay makalabas. Bakit kailangan mo magsapatos? Bakit kailangan mo maglakbay? Bakit kailangan mong makipagkaibigan? Hindi mo kailangan kahit ang sarap ng kinakain mo. Hindi mo kailangan ang lambot ng kutsun mo. Marami kang inibig dahil naniwalang kailangan mo at nagpapasikip lang ngayon sa iyong memorya at pakiramdam sa paligid. Ano bang kalayaan ito? Kumukupas ang mga kulay. Naglalaho ang mga guhit at hubog. Nalalagas ang mga simoy at panahon. Mga oras, mga sandali, sansaglit, kasabay ng nalalagas na mga dahon ng wika sa dulo ng iyong dila at maghapon magdamag kang nakadilat, sumasagip, umaapuhap ng mga alamat ng unang pangangailangan sa sulok-sulok ng iyong ulirat. Ngayon, hindi mo na kailangan ng salamin dahil hindi ka na nagsusuklay. Hindi mo kailangan tingnan ang mga pinag-aralang nakamihasnan, ang mga sertipiko ng tinuntong kanal at pinanimbangang andamyo sa bawat hakbang. Ang pahi-pahi ng uban at karunungan. Lumilinis ang lahat. Sinlinis ng gumagapang na disyerto. Sinlinis ng kawalan at walang hanggang kalawakan. Nagaganap, ginaganap, ginagampanan mo at magiging ganap. At bago mo nga makalimutan, hindi mo kailangan pati ang iyong pangalan. Magandang gabi po.
Maraming salamat po, Pambansang Alagad ng Sining, Ginoong Virgilio Almario. It is my distinct honor to present to you as our final number, national artist Ramon P. Santos performing a badiou. Ang badiou po ay Ibaloy verses of exaltation that can be performed for different occasions. Ito po ang signature vocal expression ng Ibaloy. Ito po ay call and response. So we will be calling in our community chanters, Sol Maris Trinidad, Grace Buenaventura, Rowan Opiso from the Center of Ethnomusicology. Kasama rin namin si Ana Patricia Carranza, ang kasalukuyang chair ng Music Education Department. Professor Lisa Decenteseo of the Department of Musicology. Kasama rin natin si Eva Cadiz. Nasaan kayo? Eva at Ariane. At ako po ay sasama rin. In the spirit of artistic kinship and sharing and communality, nais din nating tawagin bilang kasama ni Dr. Ramon Santos sa pag-perform ng Badiou na kanyang komposisyon. Tawagin po natin si National Artist Jimmy Abad at si National Artist Virgilio Almario.
Nung nananaliksik ako sa Kabayad, Benguet, ay marami akong nakalap na badiw. Ang badiw ay hindi ko malaman kung kantaing nga ito o chant. Ngunit iba-iba ang topic. Buhat sa may kapal o sa Diyos hanggang sa malaswa. Ngayon, at ang tawag dito ay badiw. At nilalagyan ng pangalan kung sino yung gumawa ng badiw. Kaya ito ay badiw ni Ramon Santos. Ngayon, ang nagbabadiw ay isang lalaki. Usually matanda. Kaya tama-tama kami. At ngayon, yung mga asbayat naman ay chorus ng women. Oh, mas bata sila. Tama-tama rin. At sana'y magustuhan ninyo ito. Ang ating pakay ngayon ay ating pagpugayan.
Ang mga kaarawan nitong mga nilalang
na sila'y isinilang matagal na panahon na hindi na mabilang sa ating mga daliri sa kamay at sa paa ngunit sila'y nakangiti pa.
At
Parang maligaya. Itong mga gahaman sa sining at kultura
Sana ay umaba pa. Ang mga buhay nila.
at makapag-ambag pa ng
mahalagang obra.
lahat tayo ay magdiwang. Lahat tayo ay magsaya. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
A warm round of applause. A warm round of applause for our national artists. Can we also request our national artists to please come back for a photo opportunity with President Gigi? Naku, pinag-e-exercise natin ang ating mga national artists. Promise po, last na po ito. Ang bilis nyo naman kasi naglakad pabalik sa inyong mga upuan. With President Gigil Jimenez. President Gigil, wala ka bang special number for tonight? Next time na lang.
Sama na rin tayo.
Kaya nga, alika na.
Sila muna, tapos tayo.
Sige.
Diba?
Another
Thank you, sir.
round of applause for our national
Ayos na, ayos na,
artists
sir.
tonight. Ibang klase.
Ibang klase.
Ibang klase talaga ang mga performance natin ngayong gabi.
What a night.
It's
What a night to remember. Parang yung mga song titles ata yan. Sige na nga, ako na rin. All night long.
Well, hindi naman siguro all night long, di ba? Kailangan din natin umuwi at magpahinga. For tomorrow is another day. But before the day is over,
We have a very, very special guest.
Yes. Yes. Special guest. He is one of the country's leading classical guitar performers and teachers. He has been faculty of the University of the Philippines College of Music since 1980 and the director of the UP Guitar Ensemble.
So please welcome a professional multi-instrumentalist, and as far as I understand, he's the only professional banjo player in the Philippines. Uy, parang alam na nila kung sino.
Isa rin siyang kilalang folk singer. To perform Paano Tutula-Tula ni Doming Landicho.
And Awit ng Kapayapaan, originally performed by Inang Laya, written and composed by Ed Maranan.
Please put your hands together for the one and only
Lester Demetilio.
Pwede ba rin? Yung gitara. Okay. Saan? Ito? Okay. Medyo yung mga awitin ngayong gabi, awit actually para kay Becky, sa kapatid ko, no? Sa Inang Laya. Pero medyo napasubo tayong araw na to, yung gabing ito, dahil pinakiusapan ako na saluhin ko to. Tingnan natin. Paano ba ako tutula sa rosas, sa timbuang bangkay ng lantang pangarap? Paano ba ako aawit sa liyag, sa dustang pagpanaw ng musang busilag? Paano ba natin awitin ang sonatang himig ng simoy ng hangin? May liyab ang bundok at mga bukirin, may bantang daluyong ang along darating. Paano tutula ang diwang lagalag sa timbon ng bangkay na nawawakawak? Paano hihimig sa mga bulaklak, may talim haplit maging sa pagliyag? Kapag ka ang bayay wala nang pangarap, ang awit at tulay kasamang lalayas. Kapag ang awit at tulay nalagas, ang diwa ng lahi harap sa pagagnas. Habang may pulubing latak ng lipunan, habang may bulaklak sa esterong buhay, habang nasa burak yaring katarungan, at ang paninilang Diyos, Diyosan. Di ako tutula sa mga bulaklak, di ako aawit para lang sa liyag. Ang tutulan ko'y piping pag-abuhat, sa hibo ng dilim magkitang liwanag. Ang tutulan ko'y piping pag-abuhat, sa hibo ng dilim magkitang liwanag. Susunod ay nakabase sa isang komposisyon ni Jan Sibelius, composer the Finlandia. Ang awit ko'y alay sa mga bayang humihinging digma ay wakasan. Ang bayang ko'y lipos din ng pag-asa na darating payapang umaga. Lahat tayo'y isang tibok ang puso na maglabay ang danak ng dugo. Ang bayang ko'y sadyang bughaw ang langit, mapagpala ang dagat at bukid, mabubuhay ang mundo ng sagana kung ang tao't baya'y magkakaisa. Ang bayang ko'y hahasik sa hangin at sisibol sa bawat damdamin. Ang awit ko'y sambutil na pangarap na paghiyabong kapatirang ganap. Dalangin ko sa bayang sinilangan, sana'y dinggin ng lahat ng bayan. Dalangin ko sa bayang sinilangan, sana'y dinggin lahat ng bayan.
Maraming salamat po, Master Lester Demetilio.
And that actually concludes our Tanghal Tertulia for this evening. Maraming salamat po sa ating national artists, sa lahat po ng gumanap. But remember, this is hopefully just the first in a series. So we hope that we will see you all again next time.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo.
Ngayon ay tumayo po tayo para sa pagkanta ng UP naming mahal.
Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
The table is now open for our heavy merienda. Please join us and enjoy.